Okay, so obviously we've got some cleanup, right? Obviously this door is overlapping the stair now, right? So how could I adjust or fix that? Well, let's first maybe adjust our landing a little bit more. So I'm going to hover here and hit tab, tab, tab. I'm not picking it up yet. Let's go against the building, see if I can pick up the landing that way. It's a pretty thick piece of concrete, so I'm not sure why I'm not getting it. But when that happens, sometimes people, what you can do is just simply go to another view and select it, and then click back on this view. Whoops, let's try that one more time. Select that, go to this view and say edit sketch. And what I'm going to do here, so that we can observe something that one of you mentioned earlier from our egress lecture yesterday. Our railing needs to extend, but we don't want it to go too far into the public way because we don't want somebody bumping into it. So what we can do, we can peel a little bit off our landing. I can just go to the offset function, right? And I can uncheck copy, and I can say offset 1 foot, and back that goes, and that's done. And I'm going to say don't attach. Then I'm simply going to click and move my stair where it needs to be, right? And then I'm fine there. Okay. These other railings I'm going to delete and redraw momentarily after I move my doors. Okay. I'm going to now click this door, pick new host, and I'm going to put that door over here. Right? Now, you're going to discover, oh, we're going to have a few problems. Well, yeah, we are. So we're going to put that there, and we're going to make sure that we have a dimension here. I'm going to place a dimension. I'm going to make that 5. Okay? And then I'm going to take this door, and I'm going to move it about 2'6" away, right? Now, we could still encounter some problems here at the top of the steps, but what I don't want are both of these doors too terribly close to each other. You see what I'm saying? So if I picked up a dimension here, from like the center of that wall to the center of this door, I'd probably say let's just make that 8 feet for right now, okay? And we might run into some problems, but let's focus on what we're working on right now, and that's the stair portion of it. I'm going to now draw some railing on this step, okay? So I'm going to go back to architecture, and I'm going to go to my railing sketch path, and I'm going to sketch these about 3 inches away, and I'm going to put that there. I'm going to extend a foot there, and I'm going to extend a foot here. And then I can simply select that, and I can say, let's mirror draw axis off my stair right here. Okay, so now I'm okay there, and I can hit finish. Oh, that's good this happened. It has to be a single connected sketch. So what I need to do in this instance, I need to finish that one, and then what I can do is click that, and then I can say I can put mirror draw axis now, and it'll be its own separate. Railings want to be separate sketches. They don't want you to keep just drawing and drawing, right? So I'll go to my 3D view, and with each of these I also know I need to do what? I need to pick a new host, so I'll click there and say pick new host to here, and then I'll click there and say pick new host to this. All right, so now my stairs are on the host. Okay, so I've pretty much got all of what I need to have going on here. And now that we've drawn this exterior stair, we're going to move in and we're going to start working on our interior stair. Because as you recall, if we go to a south view, I've got multi-stories in this building. So I have to be able to get up to the top of this. Okay, so how do we go about doing that? Well, just like we drew a stair outside, we need to draw a stair on the inside of our building. So here we have this stairwell. And what we have to remember is that our stairs have to be a certain width, and we're going to assume that we have well over 50 people in this building. So since we have over 50 people, we're probably going to need what? More than one exit. We're going to focus on drawing this one first though. All right. So we know our stair has to be a minimum of 44 inches wide. So what I'm going to do is go to the stair command, and I'm going to not use a cast in place. I'm going to use an assembled stair. It's going to be made out of steel. So it's a 7-11, and what I'm going to do is say I want my run width to be 4 foot or 48 inches for right now. Okay. And I'm going to just arbitrarily pick a point here and click, and it says I need a total of 15 risers. So I'm going to go up, let's say I'm going to go up 9, and then I'm going to come over a little bit, and I'm going to come down and make sure I have 0 remaining and click. And what I can see is, boy, I'm super tight in there. That's not absolutely at all going to work. So I'm going to get out of that, and I'm going to say, yes, get rid of that. And what I'm going to do is say, hey, I'm going to use my annotation to tell me that this is 10 feet and this is 8 feet. In no way is that going to work for so many different reasons, but I need you to see that first. So let's fix this. Because I know some dimensions that are going to work, I'm going to go in here, I'm going to put 16 feet 0 in here, right? And now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to put that I want 9 feet in here for right now, okay? And I can delete those dimensions. They're temporary, or I could turn them off. It really doesn't matter. So now I'm going to come in here and I'm going to go back to the stair command, and I'm going to say I want my run, right, first to be a 7-11, and I'm going to want it to be 4 feet wide. And I'm going from entry level to first. I check that. And I'm going to pick a point here, and I'm just going to draw, and I'm going to come up to, I've got 9, right? And then I'm going to come over, and then I'm going to come down. Oops. Let's try this one more time. All right. I'm still a little what? I'm still a little shallow in here, right? Let's give ourselves another foot or so in here this time. So I'm going to come in here. I'm going to say make this dimension, right? I'm going to say let's make it 10 feet, okay? 10 feet. That'll probably work. Now, the reason I start tight and I start moving out is that I don't want to use up too terribly much space, right? Because stairwells aren't usable space. They're not occupiable space. They're just egress. So I want to limit how large they actually are. So again to the 7-11, and again I have to keep changing this until I actually draw it. I'm going to make it 4 feet. So I'm going to go up and go up 9 risers here, right? And then I'm going to come over and come down. And you see it drew the landing this time, so it liked it, right? And now I'm going to select all of that, and I'm going to move it, right, as close as I can to here, and then move it as close as I can to here. And then there's my stairwell, and I'm okay. I'm going to hit finish. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to say align to here, that, okay? And I'm going to go ahead and let you get caught up to me. All I want you to do is get that 7-11 stair at 4 foot width in there. Remember, we're going to make that wall 10 feet wide to start with by 16 feet deep. And then I'll show you what the 16 foot is for in the next video.